And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, as always, here to bring you up to date with all of the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. That includes some huge Ianis Hagi news as a twist has emerged. We've also got confirmation of our Europa League squad and the players, or the high profile players that have been left out. We're also discussing, as well as you can read in the title, some news on Danilo. So yes, let's start of course with the Europa League stuff, which does then let us transition into the Danilo stuff. But essentially, yes, Rangers Europa League squad has now been announced, as stated. The big shock, of course, is Danilo, and we have got an update with regards to it. He's not going to be in the squad. Also, no Matondo and no Ianis Hagi. I feel like everyone's kind of understanding of Ianis Hagi, but that means Matondo is going to be out for a considerable amount of time. Of course, we were quoted, a few weeks, but probably going to be 6 weeks or something like that, knowing our luck. And then, of course, that leads us into the transition of no Danilo. Just before we do get into that news with regards to Danilo, essentially with regards to this Europa League squad, people may ask the question, is it just for the league phase? Can we change it after the knockout phases, or if we do progress to the knockout phases? And actually we can, as stated. So no changes can be made now, though, until February 3rd, and that's when the knockout rounds start for this. So for this 8 league phase games, that is us. That is our squad all thingy. And the sort of high profile absences are, of course, Danilo, Matondo, and, of course, Hagi. Now, moving on to the Danilo stuff, I spoke about Matondo yesterday, and I stated that you can hang your hat on him because he's made out of Weetabix, and of course we didn't get the boy from Southampton as a result of his good performance against Matondo's good performance against Ross County, and a belief that if he played out on the left, he can really make that position his own with no sort of competition and really be able to thrive there. However, that of course was incompetence. We knew you couldn't hang your hat on a player that history tells us is going to be injured for a large period of time, and one that I've been saying for much of the summer transfer window. This is what I was saying for the whole of the transfer window. I said we need a new striker in through the door because you can't hang your hat on Cyril Dessers, despite obviously the upturn in his form recently. Of course, he has started to look like a better player, and again, his goal to game ratio, his game to goal contribution record this season has been phenomenal. However, again, history was told us that you can't really hang on your hat on him in the big high-profile matches and the big moments in a season. And I just felt that we needed another striker, whether that had been Albion Romari, whether that had been, Lawrence Shanklin, whether that had been Miofsky. We needed another striker in through the door after last season because we really did struggle to score goals. Now, a lot of people were like, well, Dan, it's different this time around because Danilo's coming back. Danilo's back into the team, so we don't need another striker. And whilst I do know that Danilo is back, of course, I knew he was back, I did feel after a player has been out for half a year, you can't hang your hat on a player like Danilo. Is he going to be able to play for the full season? Is he going to be able to make the same impact as another striker would do? And now we've got confirmation, guys, that Danilo has had a quote-unquote small setback with his knees, and basically is travelling to Holland today for some treatment and rehab, and faces 4 weeks out as he had to wear a brace today to travel as per advice. Common in these big injuries, a setback, but it does happen. And now that is exactly why I said we need a new striker. Every single transfer video I made this summer, I said that we needed to make a striker signing, and that's the reason. Now we've got Cyril Dessers. That's it. So for 4 weeks, we've got just Cyril Dessers. Cyril Dessers for the whole season. I mean, there might be someone in the kids that we can play as a striker. How exposed are we now? How stupid do we look now that he's out now for 4 weeks? Because you can't hang a hat on a player to be a reserve striker or even come in and make an impact as a striker when he has an injury record like that, or just coming off the back of a half a year out. And what are you going to face? No left winger and no striker now. So we're going to have Ross McCausland and just Cyril Dessers as a striker. And that's all we've got because of incompetence and piss poor management with regards to this playing squad. And that's really effed us up, genuinely. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that whole situation with regards to Danilo. It does not look good whatsoever there. Of course, it's only for 4 weeks, but knowing our luck, it'll probably be turned into 6 weeks, and then we'll probably turn into something else has come up that needs another operation, and he's going to be out for 3 months. I know our luck with injuries, and I could see this one coming from an absolute mile away. Now, in some other news, guys, of course, Ianis Hagi has been obviously a topic of discussion. I kind of gave you my thoughts on it recently. I said that I do think, well, the fact if he's willing to sort his contract out, people also ping up on the fact that actually it might be a trigger in his contract towards the deal to Genk. So if he plays 100 appearances, we've got to pay some money to Genk. But regardless, Rangers, Clement's kind of came out and stated that his plans haven't changed with regards to the situation. Now, something has come up, though, with regards to some transfer news and a recent twist. Of course, the window did shut for Scottish clubs recently. However, there is the Romanian transfer window still open till around the 9th of September. And essentially, with regards to the transfer window in Romania, of course, one team did come in. That was Bucharest, was the Rapid Bucharest of the one that Romari used to play for. He obviously rejected the chance to go there. But the former Champions League winners or former European Cup winners, FCSB, have also made an offer to try and bring Hagi back to his home country. But the 25-year-old is set to reject the offer in a latest twist, as he wants to stay at Rangers and fight for his place. That's what's being quoted there. May have something to do with money as well. I don't think teams like FCSB can pay the sufficient price for a player like Ianis Hagi. He's on a hefty wage, or a healthy wage, should I say, at Rangers at this moment in time, and probably won't go until a sufficient amount of money is played up in regards to him. So that's the latest twist in the saga, was that FCSB are set to make a move for him. However, it does seem as though he is going to be rejecting that deal. Of course, we look to the 9th of September with regards to that transfer window for them still to make some moves. So yeah, Ianis Hagi looks like he's staying, but again, it's the sort of the situation that's currently ongoing at this moment in time, and it doesn't seem Clement wants him in his team. So yeah, Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on the Europa League squad that's been sort of revealed. Do let me know your thoughts on the whole situation with regards to Danilo. Let me know your thoughts on the incompetence in the transfer market now. Are we a lot weaker now? The fact that we've got Novo and Danilo in our team, at least probably for the next month, both of them, the pair of them. And then, of course, let me know your thoughts on Ianis Hagi down in the comments. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.